Today we're going to be making a fun and easy quick craft. We're going to be making 2 Thanksgiving/fall garlands. And here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a paper bag or some kind of paper that you can use that's either recycled like computer paper or something that you can paint on. It has to be strong enough to be painted on. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a Sharpie or some kind of pen or something to write on the bag, some string. I got this string from my fiance. He has a lot of weird things at work that there's nothing wrong with it, they just throw away. So I always tell him to just bring it home to me. So we're going to use that for this craft. You're going to need a glue stick or some Elmer's glue. You're going to need some paint. These are just the colors that I picked. You can pick any colors that you like. I did end up making 2 different green colors by mixing these 2 together. And then I have the orange. And this is a really dark, like wine burgundy, kind of this color. And some Mod Podge. The Mod Podge is also interchangeable or optional. You can either omit it or you can use water and glue solution to protect what you've done when you're done. I just got the Mod Podge, so I'm going to use that. And you can get that for like $1. You're going to need a paintbrush, whichever is your favorite. I chose this one because I knew I was going to paint on the bag and I wanted to paint a large area, and this is nice and straight so I could just paint a big rectangle. So this is the one I picked. You're going to need a little tissue or something that you can blot off your paintbrush on, and a little vessel. This used to have a candle in it that you can put water in so that you can clean off your brush. These little leaves I got in a pack. They're optional as well. If you don't want to use those, you don't have to. I got this little pack at Dollar General, and I believe I got it on sale also because they were putting all of their Halloween things on sale, and I think they counted that. So I got a lot of stuff for pennies on the dollar. I think I paid about 30 cents for that. So this part is optional. You don't have to put these on here, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna cut them down or do something like that. So we'll see, but that part's optional. So this is all you're gonna need for your little quick craft today. And now we're just gonna jump on into the craft. First, what you're gonna wanna do is take your little bag and open it up. I cut mine down the side here and cut it open so that I would have it big, so I would have nice flat sheets. The bag that I used had this brown and kind of it's a very light yellow color. It's coming across different on the screen. And I'm going to use these 2 as well. So I'm going to use this brown and this like creamy tan color. So I didn't have to paint these. But what I did paint, here's the orange. Here's this green here. And I just painted this straight out of the bottle. And then what I did is I put a little bit of it on this half, like straight. And then I just squirted a little of this yellow in it. And then I just took it and just started painting like this and mixing it together as I painted so that I wouldn't have to clean off my brush or anything. So I wouldn't have to do another step. So that's how I got these 2 colors. Now, the orange I painted straight from the tube. Same straight color. You can see. And then when my brush had the orange on it already, I squirted this piece with a bunch of this bright yellow, and then I took my brush that already had the orange on it from this paint over here, so it wouldn't be this bright. You know, this is sunshiny, this is too bright for me for fall, so I wanted to dull it down some. So I just did that. It had the orange on it, and then I just painted this, and I did it this way because I knew I wanted all of these colors in my craft. And now it's all ready to go. I did 2 coats of the burgundy. I only did 1 coat here because it was mixed. Same here, 1 coat, and 1 coat with this dark green color. But I did 2 or 3 coats of the orange because it's kind of thin. And then of course this, I didn't have to paint at all. So that's what I started with. Once you've painted everything, you're gonna have to let it dry. And I did mine in the morning and then just let it be for a couple hours while I did like housework and stuff. So it would be nice and dry so that I could do the craft. The first thing you're gonna wanna do once all your paint is dry and everything's ready is cut your strips. I'm gonna start with these first just because they are already kind of in strip form, so I don't have to do much. I'm just gonna cut these down. I'm gonna cut this red off of here because I don't want any of that red. I just want the brown. And you're gonna wanna decide how big you want them, how big you want your little flags to be. I'm gonna cut this side down as well because it has a little bit of the yellow and it's kind of crooked. So I'm just gonna cut that real quick to make it even. Since these strips are oriented this way, what I'm gonna do is fold over like this to decide how big I want my little flag pieces to be. And I'm thinking about like that would be long enough because you want to be able to have both sides. So I'm just gonna cut that off. And I've decided on two different shapes, but this one I'm just gonna do the standard shape, the little arrow shape, or pointer shape, or flag shape, whatever you wanna call it, like this. And you see you have two-sided now. And that's what you're gonna want for all of them, that you're gonna do this way, because I know I'm gonna use a different shape. I'm also gonna use, and I'll just make one. I'm gonna do this. I want to cut that off because that's lighter. I don't really care for that. I'm gonna trim this side so that they're even. And then I'm just gonna do this and fold it in half. And then I'm gonna cut like you would at the end of a ribbon to make this little shape. So my two flags are gonna be this shape and then this little like pizza pie kind of shape. And since you folded them over, it's front and back. And you're gonna wanna cut out as many as you need. And then once you've decided, you're gonna take your string and you're gonna run it, you're gonna decide how long you want it. You're gonna run it in it like this and then glue it. You're gonna wanna glue in between here. You're gonna wanna take your glue stick and just put a generous amount on it and mush it together. Now you can also take a tiny dot of hot glue in here, like in the middle, just a small dot to hold the string in place if you don't want it to move up and down the string. But that's how we're gonna start. And I'm gonna go and cut all my little shapes. And once that's done, I'm gonna come back and let you see how that looks. Now that I've finished cutting out all of my little pieces, all of my little pie pieces and my little chevron, I guess, pieces, what you need to do is pick out your sentiment, and I have decided that I'm going to do 4 because of how many I made. I was only going to do 2 at first, but since I made so many, figured I might as well do 4. So I've laid this out up here, these little pie pieces, and this is going to say thankful. So I've laid it out so there's not 2 of any next to each other and all that stuff. And then with these little chevron pieces, I'm gonna make another one that says Happy Thanksgiving. So that's why this is lined out, these right here. And then this one over here, the little pie pieces, I'm going to have it say Hello Fall. And then this one's going to say Blessed. This little B-L-E-S-S-E-D. So that's how I did it. Just so I wouldn't have any two next to each other and I'd have it all planned out. And because you cut these by hand, some of them are going to be a little smaller, a little bigger. So I put them all next to each other to make sure they're all close to the same size and the same shape. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sharpie and, you know, start putting my letters on the actual little pieces. I'm going to write my sentiments on that. Then once that's done, I'm going to measure out my string and how I want it to look. And then I'm going to put these around the string in the order that I want them and how I want it to say. So once I've done that, I'll show you what that looks like. After you've decided what you want your fall garland to say, you're going to want to take and pick them out. Pick them out like which ones you want, like I said, to make sure they're not all the same, which is what I did here. You're going to want to pick out your sentiment and then write it on. This is part of Hello Fall. Once you've done that, you're going to want to take your string or whatever that you're going to hook it to and measure it against this so that you have enough room. And then you're going to want to take and cut it. I've done that already. I know that this will be long enough for this to have it spaced out how I want it. And then a little tail end to tie it and knot it so that it can be hung. The only thing you're going to want to do is take your glue, take your little, whether you have the pie shaped or the one with the chevron on the end, you're going to want to coat it in the glue. This is just how I did it. That's why there's glue all over my finger. You're going to want to coat it really good in glue. I went around it twice on all the ones I did. You want to take your string, and I left about that much on all of mine, just so that I would have enough to tie and knot and do whatever I wanted and hang it. You fold it over like that, and you just want to make sure that you've got it right, and then mush down. See? And it's on there, and then you just go to the next one and do the same thing until you get to the end. And once that's done, I'm going to come back and let you see how that looks. And this is what it looks like hung after I put the Mod Podge on it, so it's all sealed. That's why you're getting a little bit of that glare. I just wanted you to see what it looked like hung and kind of completed so you could get the idea. I just put some little thumbtacks in the wall. And this is what they look like completed after I have taken the string, putting them around the string with the glue, and then painted them with the Mod Podge to seal them. This is what they look like. I'm really happy with how they turned out. The only thing I don't like is how dark my dark green is. So I would have lightened that up a little if I thought about it, because I used the black pens, you know. I will say that for where I wrote thankful, I used this pen instead of the Sharpie to get the more precise lettering. And this is like a Rollerball extra fine pen, so if you want to do that. But the rest of them I use the Sharpie for. And I just love how they turned out. I planned on having a better setup. I planned to do a little bit more to them, but I don't have the stuff now, but I just wanted everybody to see so I could complete the video, especially with everything that's going on YouTube. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't even really want to talk about it right now. I just hope that it all works out for the best. It kind of popped my balloon, so to say, if you want to think of it that way. I'm still really excited. I still love sharing with everybody. I still want to continue. I just don't know that I'm going to be allowed to. I don't make any money from this. I just started. You know, that's not what it's about to me. I could give a crud less about any of that crap, to be honest. I'm just doing this for the love of dolls, for, you know, the other collectors, to fulfill myself, and to, you know, show what I can do and share that with other people. You know, that's all I really want to do. It's for happiness and for collectors, and I don't know. I just don't want to say anything else other than that, I guess, because if I do, it'll just make me sad. So I don't want to end on a sad note. Anyway, so I wanted to show everybody, if you notice, this here was on my Cheeky Devil. This was the girl that I used for Cheeky Devil. And I wanted everybody to know that you can make the things that I've showed you how to make, and you can use them as separates. Because this top goes to my Cool Cool Kitty costume, and it looks great with this little skirt. And they're already made. I can interchange them. This top went to that outfit originally. And these pants, I was working on these but ran out of time. But I just wanted everybody to be able to see them. These little high-waisted pants. They're adorable, and I could put these with this top or anything that I've made. I could put this top with my little shorts that I've made in my one tutorial, or I could take these shorts. See, she's kind of naked now, but I could take these shorts, put them with that top, you know, anything, easy peasy. So I just wanted to say that. I hope that you try this. It's really, really simple. It is time consuming as far as the cutting out of all the little flag shapes and writing on, you know, the bag part to make it legible so you can see. But it's really, really cute. It's really simple. It takes maybe like half a day because you have to wait for drying and you have to wait for things like that. But, you know, you can do it in bits and pieces like I did. That's how I did it. I, you know, painted it first and then did housework, yada, 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 all that good stuff. So, you know, I hope that you try this. I hope that you think it's fun. I sure had fun doing it, and I can't wait to decorate a fall scape for you guys. That was one of the things I was planning. And I said I didn't want to do spoilers, but I was going to do a little, like, fall, like, maybe tablescape or something. And like I said, now with what's going on, I don't know. But I'm going to try. There's a couple things that I do want to do, and so look forward for those videos that are Thanksgiving related. I am going to complete those, and a couple Christmas ideas, and we'll just see what happens. I hope, like I said, it all turns out for the best, and I want to be happy. I want everybody else to be happy. I want everybody to be able to, you know, do their things and not be bothered. I get that kids need to be protected. I'm all for that. Protect kids 100% with all my heart. I think that a lot of things that go on in this world are not very good, and they go on all day long, and nobody gives a flip about that. But gosh darn it, if you have a video on YouTube that might be kid related, you're gonna get fined. I mean, I don't get that at all, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed all of these little, you know, thankful and blessed and happy Thanksgiving that I did. I really, really think that they're really cute. I'm gonna, like I said, put them in a less detailed fallscape of what I had planned, but I wanted everybody to see. And it is really a quick craft. Like, you could sit down and literally do it in probably about an hour from start to finish if you omitted if you only made like one or two and you omitted like drying time for this. If you got paper that was already colored, you wouldn't have to wait for that, so it could be even faster. I just did it with recycled things and things that I had, so I wouldn't have to buy anything else. So I hope you liked it. Take care, everyone. I still am so excited for my subscribers. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm here for you guys. If you want to, you know, message me or whatever, we'll figure out a way. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. It just might not be on YouTube. I heard somebody say something about DIY tube. I kind of checked that out, so I might go there. I don't know. I just know that I'm not going to let stupidity stop me from doing something that fulfills me and brings me joy and has absolutely nothing to do with kids. This is just because it's dolls, it's a kid thing, then half the world needs to not have a driver's license and not have the right to vote because we're all kids at heart, if that's the case. So, you know, I think I've said my piece. I'm going to close now. I want everybody to take care and try and be happy through this, and know that I'm going to do everything that I can, even though my channel is really, really small, to keep going and sharing with everybody and showing everybody what I can do, and hopefully that is a success. That's all I can hope for. Thanks for being with me. Take care, everyone, and I will hopefully see you soon with more fall crafts.